Hello, everybody. I'm Mitch Reingold. I'm a real estate agent with Oaks Realty and Property Management, and I just figure it'd be kind of cooler to do a video newsletter rather than the email newsletters that I've been sending you. And I thought this would be a great time given this whole new paradigm that we live in with the virus situation. So I wanted to give you my feedback on what I think is going on. Um, I think the main thing right now is that the government is just put in about $6 trillion in stimulus, and that I think will support the system for a while. Uh, they've printed money and they've issued debt, so it's kind of a weird situation in that the government is printing money to buy the debt that we're issuing. So that's kind of a way of it's like magic, so to speak. Let's kind of use that term. Um, but the government might be able to get away with that for a while. It could be 6 months to 6 years. But when you're issuing debt and you're printing money to buy that debt, that's kind of like not cool, right? So eventually, I think the dollar will devalue and ultimately lead to higher interest rates down the road. But this whole scenario of a bailout and softening the blow of the virus could go on for, like I said, 6 months to 6 years. I don't know what the timing is of that. But in the long term, I don't think it's a healthy situation because it will lead to probably tremendous hyperinflation, which always causes interest rates to rise. So for the moment, I think that things are okay. Sales have dropped dramatically. Um, from last year, we're down, I think it's like 25 to 30% from last year's sales and from the previous month's sales. So sales have dropped dramatically. In fact, they're the lowest since 1979, about 40 years ago, excuse me. So the activity level has dried up. However, the prices have not declined. And I think that that's because the inventory level is extremely low. It's like 3.4 months of supply in the market, which is pretty low. When things are weak, it's usually around 6 months or more. So we have a low inventory and we have a very low interest rate environment. Um, the interest rates for conforming loans, that's like under 515,000, are down to 2.5 to 3%, somewhere in there. So the demand for the low end of the price range is going to probably be very, very strong. So I see a strong market in that area. Um, the for the higher priced homes, I think that's going to be a little tougher because there's a couple negatives going on. One is that the interest rates remain higher than for the lower end. They're at about 3.5, 3 and 3/4. Also, the fire has affected insurance rates on a lot of homes, and a lot of the homes are in fire areas, and the insurance rates have gone up like 3 times what they were before the fires last year. That's causing problems, and then the tax benefits for high end is not as good as it used to be because you can only write off up to $10,000. So I see the high end being a little weaker than the low to the mid end. Um, and so that's my feel on what's going on. It's certainly an interesting time. If you guys have any questions, you can give me a call at 805 796 7746. I think buying or selling right now is still okay for the moment. If you remember in my last newsletter, I had said we were looking for trouble even with or without the virus, and kind of to brag a little bit, I was spot on that. But right now, I think things will stabilize with all this printing of money and issuing of debt to support the economy. Long term, once again, I think that's a bad situation because it's just printing money to buy the debt that we're issuing to save the economy. So long term, people aren't going to buy that, and the currency would devalue and force interest rates up down the road. All right, great talking to you guys. Stay well, and any questions, please give me a call. Take care.